12:44 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, October 27th, 2025. And again, this is another live general timeless intuitive reading for my soul tribe, Divine Divinity, and whoever else resonates with any of these messages at any time that you come across them. Anything that resonates, you want to be sure that you're practicing spiritual due diligence by going within and to the Holy Spirit of the Most High for confirmation as to how the messages, energies, vibrations, frequencies, and things of such pertain to and correlate with you in your personal situation. It helps to create and foster an intimate one-on-one relationship with the Most High while simultaneously exercising our discerning intuitive muscle. If you don't use it, then you lose it. If you don't use it properly and appropriately in alignment with the trajectory of your own divinity, then guess what? Unbound, you're done. You're going to lose that access. Okay? And so, as I was preparing to come on live and getting my area together, I was redirected to the energy. Maybe it was several months ago when I was last on live. Excuse me, and let me adjust myself to the camera. So I was getting energetically come one, come all to the Karmics ball in honor of the House of Delusion and Grandeur. Okay, so that is very much the energy of bossing for the LGBTQ community. So if you know, then you know. Shout out to my fellow LGBTQers. Okay, so basically, a quick breakdown of what the ball scene and pageants are. Well, the ball scene is representative of gay families and gay houses to where they become the surrogate or the adjacent to our natural born families after being disowned, disregarded, and tossed away because of our own sexual identity found within our sexual orientation. So behind the cause and energy of that disdain for who we are naturally, okay, the effect behind that cause was the gay families, the gay houses, to where 303 on the clock timer. So Boulder, Colorado could be significant here. BC as in before Christ. Somebody could be apt to using goody powder or something like that. Also, 303 breaks down to 33, which is an ascended master energy, a master teacher teaching master lessons, yet and still aware that they are and forever will be the master student. Okay, so Boulder, Colorado, ascended master energy. Okay, so help me find my spot, Holy Spirit. So anyway, it's going to come back to my remembrance. But what I want to start with here before I get into some previous notes and channel messages from previous videos, there is a certain select group of divine femme masculine who 411 on the clock timer. So get ready for this divine information that's coming through. 416 on the clock timer. You could be seeing that number as a synchronization or something is significant about April 16th, which is still closing out Aries season, moving into Taurus. I kid you not. Okay, so I was just watching an intuitive fellow intuitive reader on YouTube, someone that I'm not familiar with, but the title grabbed me, and I was watching her, and I've been channeling Taurus, Aries, Taurus energy over the past several videos of mine as well, and she mentioned that in hers. Now it's showing up here in this reading. So something very significant about 4/16, April 16th, if not the number itself, and or an Aries and or a Taurus. Okay, so if you are in alignment with this energy, fem masculine, lately into the recent past, you could have been experiencing major cycles of ascension, of transformation, and I'm talking about rigorous energy, back to back forms of transformation and transformative energy. Okay, so we see and know in part. Okay, so partially based on the promptings that we have been receiving energetically and intuitively, we could have been aware of certain aspects and components to the ascensions and transformations that we have been rapidly experiencing. Okay, but over the course of the last week or so, or maybe for some of you the last few days, you have been getting hard-hitting downloads, some that were coming in whatever way that is normal to you, but a lot, or I won't say a lot of, but some of those downloads showed up in the form of energetical emotions. Okay, so you could have been experiencing moments of seemingly erratic emotional shifts, okay, within your emotional environment. You could understand the emotion, but not as to why you are experiencing that particular emotion at that particular time, because whatever it is that you were, or whatever it was that you were going through, dealing with, or experiencing, it was not directly related to the energy that was causing such a significant, albeit temporary, shift in your emotion. Okay, you could have also been intuitively, consciously aware that this has something to do not with an unhealed aspect of who you are at this point, but a symptom, if you will, of the transformation that we're collectively going through for this select group of individuals, divine femme, masculine. Okay, so the divine download that just started integrating maybe an hour or two before I came on, the evolution into God's energy. Okay, and that's the, how do I want to put this? And that's the collective, collaborative, transformational energy of this right here, actually moving and transforming into your God energy, which is the catalyst to the revelation of you, your transparent authenticity, by being soul-driven, soul-intended, upon finding your own divine divinity, birthing a new. Okay, so this birthing a new, you could have also been in this energy of going into spiritual or energetical labor. Okay, knowing and realizing that you're birthing something into this physical realm by way of the ethers, having partial divine knowledge about what it is that you're bringing into fruition, that you're actualizing, but also an air of unknown, which is putting us in the energy of having to trust in the knowing of and surrendering to the divine, and or not. Okay, and so those of us in this particular energy, we've chosen to trust in the knowing by way of surrendering to the process of the trajectory of our own divinity. Okay, so this birthing anew is something that the divine has given you directly and specifically, and is uniquely designed and tailored to your purpose and design. Okay, being intuitively naked, channeling transcendent, alchemized forms of peak messages purposed for those in aligning energies. Meaning, 1444, you could be seeing that as a synchronization, which is indicative of chosen one energy and your foundation being protected, and the need to meditate and ground more with 444. Okay, so this level of intuitive soul conscious awareness cannot be copied, faked, stolen, siphoned, nor masked. Okay, it is unmistakable and unique to the essence of those beholding of this energy, ushering in seventh dimension energy. Okay, so a lot of people within the spiritual community is talking about the transformation and the ascension into 5D energy from 3D energy, which is correct for the baseline of awakening individuals, okay, realizing that the matrix is a false programming illusion, and then coming into the spiritual conscious awareness of the duality that we all have and deal with in our experience. I just saw 1111 on a clock timer, so you can resonate with being a master number 11, which for me and my soul tribe is a master intuitive, which is someone who has mastered and continues to master their intuition, even into their clear senses. Okay, so you've mastered your intuition on a baseline, primary, and intermediate level, as well as mastering your clear senses. So you can be noticing an upswing, an increase in the activity of your clear senses, okay, which are the physical or spiritual, equivalent to our physical and natural senses, being able to see, touch, taste, feel, smell in the spirit. Okay, so you could be experiencing an increase in that area. So we're also dealing with 11th house energy, so teams, groups, and colleagues. Okay, collaborative energy, either against you or coming to become part of your team of affiliates or some shit like that. Okay, so it is an unmistakable and unique essence to those beholding of this energy, which is ushering in the seventh dimension energy. Okay, so we're not in, I guess, the midpoint energy of moving in the ebb and flow of duality, which is divine feminine masculine energy versus karmic feminine masculine energy, light shadow aspects, so on and so forth. Okay, so you've mastered that duality. Now with transcending into the seventh dimension is a dimension of transcendence into oneness. So realizing that although we are many, and we are different and serve and have different functions and purposes within the mechanism of this cosmic universe, we all function for the good of the one, the whole, the universe. So universal energy being found within. Okay, so realizing that we individually are the universe, by way of, again, ushering in seventh dimension energy. So 777 could be significant as a synchronicity, as well as 1444. Okay, so this is where the path of, if you've been seeing synchronistically 66 or 666, this is where the path of those numbers lead to, upon completion and closing out of old, stale, outdated cycles that no longer serve our highest good and expansion. I just saw 1414 on the clock timer, so you could be seeing that as one of your synchronizations, something significant about 2014, and also 55. 5 is talking about upcoming changes for our highest good and expansion. Fifth house energy, so Leo and the sun, success found in your creativity creating a lane for your success by way of exposing the dirty work. Okay, things done behind the scenes against individuals like us to our detriment and destruction, so that someone else or a group of other individuals with this teams, groups, and colleagues, collaborative energy, so that they can get up and two-step away with part of our energy, if not all. Okay, so this is the intersecting midpoint of this energy. Something very significant about 2012-2013, the scene, which leads me back to, again, the LGBTQ community and the houses being representative of surrogate families, confirmation, okay, which has created somewhat of the community's form of a family reunion by creating ballroom scenes where we get to showcase our talents and abilities that are not readily accepted or viewed as part of the mechanism of the societal community. We get to showcase those abilities in a setting that is unique and comfortable for us, getting to showcase the aesthetic of who we are as spiritual beings having a physical experience. So hopefully it ties together for you. Okay, so we have that in the house form ballroom scene, big party. Now the pageants are a more dressed up adult form of the house ballroom scenes, but it's more so dealing with fashion, etiquette, and poise. So it's a way more matured, relaxed environment and version of the house ballroom scene. Okay, so that energy in and of itself is very significant. Come one, come all to the Karma's ball, representing the house of delusion of grandeur, manipulation, and deceit, confirmation. Okay, so the scene of the unseen, clarity being found within the visionary scope of sights unseen, now brought to the fore. So that's pretty much confirming what I just said with fifth house energy, Leo, and the sun exposing the dirty work. Okay, this is part of the resonating individual's purpose and design. Okay, and when we heard the trumpet sound and answered the call that was on our lives, we weren't quite, aware that this is where our gifts were going to take us, but it did, and so we're here and we're not turning back type of energy. Alrighty, so ushering in and paving the way for intuitive interpretation for divine perspective of insight, accessing esoteric messages, energies, information, context, memories, including otherworldly knowledge, exclusive only to those with the inherited access, which is now granted and activated. So I say all of that to say that this is indeed part of our divine spiritual inheritance that has been targeted and has been tried to be siphoned and stolen from us energetically, okay? So that's only part of the spiritual energetical inheritance, which is also attached to money, resources, wealth, prosperity, and abundance, and also good health, okay? So this part of your spiritual, divine, energetical inheritance is now granted and activated. So your spirit guides, your ancestors, anyone that you resonate with and walk with outside or in conjunction with the Holy Spirit of the Most High, they are saying to you, femme masculine, job well done. There's something about the alchemizing of polarity being transmuted into oneness. So it takes us right back to the seventh dimension energy of God oneness. Okay, so the polarizing energies that have been against you, instead of you doing return to senders, which is fine, this level of energy is choosing to transmute the energy by way of alchemizing, to use that which was sent to destroy and turning it into something that's going to empower and evolve us. Okay, so the alchemizing of polarity transmuted into God oneness, which is the truest form of God energy, encased within divine unconditional love, meaning that the only way that you can truly access this God energy is by way of truly embodying unconditional love. Okay, and understand that this agape unconditional love does not mean tolerance and or acceptance of intentional toxicity or even unintentional toxicity. Okay, so seventh dimension again is the God realm of oneness. Okay, the universe found within. You have mastered the uni energy, and now you are bringing forth the message to those that it applies will bear resonance of clarity. This is your staple. Something about a Virgo September 16th or a Virgo season. Okay? So, if this part of the message is for you, then it's going to strike a sense of resonance and clarity. If it's not for you, then it's just not for you. Don't try to make it make sense, and you know that it doesn't, and you know that it does not resonate for you. Okay, so previous notes and channel messages as of October 27th, your ops are about to experience their fate of doom. Okay, so that which they have intended for others, they are about to experience the manifestation of that in their own lives. Okay, consciously aware that even as a master teacher, you're still a master student. So someone is discounting their self-worth, desperate for someone to invest in them or to pour in them financially, energetically, and emotionally. Okay, 1222, you could have been seeing that as a synchronization which represents two numbers of manifestation, 12 and 22. 12 also talks about 12th house energy, which is the unconsciousness, the unknown of spirituality and karma. That which people didn't know of and or believe in regarding spirituality and karma, they're about to find out what that word do. Okay, we also have energy here for 222, union, companionship, partnership energy. There are three specific masculine energies in your sphere at this time. The masculine, you are quite aware of who they are. There's some sort of attachment of a connection or wanting to establish a connection with you in form by way of romance, either currently or in the recent past. Okay, but again, there are three masculine energies being presented here that are karmic. Okay, one of the three may not be aware of their karmic nature. The other two, I'm feeling that they are very intentional in their karmicness, if you will. I'm also seeing a note here for play ball. So we're in the spiritual MLB league. So spiritual baseball. Batter of ninth inning, home run, hit it out the park. Okay, so somebody hit a home run in the ninth inning. They were the batter up. Okay, I don't know much about Major League Baseball. I hated it growing up because my grandfather would always come in, turn off the cartoons to watch 9 innings of fucking baseball, and I couldn't stand it. It was so boring to me. Incidentally, though, I was present at the Cubs game where Andre Dawson got cracked in the head with the baseball. So Andre or Dawson, somebody could have that name, Andre or Dawson. Dawson's Creek could be significant. Okay, cast your bait, reel it all in. Pisces energy, fishing for compliments. So somebody is trying to lure you in, fishing for compliments by way of breadcrumbing you. So narcissistic personality disorder energy here. the divine is telling you to wear them out. So you're getting permission to wear somebody out, okay, for attempting to wear you out, okay? But you are being guided to do confirmation. You're being guided to do it in alignment with the trajectory that you're on. Okay, something very specific about a Sagittarius born December 16th, born into supremacy, undocumented, order, forced to conform. Okay, so this is like domineering energy. Somebody was trying to get you to conform to their idealisms and practicalities for how they move in their karmic ebb and flow of energy. Okay, so that was a lot of information. Is currently on this phone. So Eastern time for 11 a.m. So heavy information here. Okay, so I'm going to jump into the forecasting of energies using my numerology and dice to get this energetical weather. 5, 6, 1, or 4, excuse me. So we got 4 on red. So we're definitely talking about foundation and protection regarding your bloodline and lineage, as confirmation and romance. Okay, so we're also dealing with 4th house energy, Cancer and the moon, illusions, and the fact that you are dispelling these illusions using your intuition. These secrets and illusions could be directly linked to your family or are the root cause by your family. On the second dice, we have 6, which is finding and maintaining balance within a situation, which we should know at this point that balance is subjective to each individual based on the criteria that is required of them to be in and remain in alignment. We're talking about 6th house energy, Virgo, and Mercury, excuse me, the attention to the detail that you adhere to regarding the work that you do, self-care, leisure, personal life, romance, fun, and play, as well as something about fitness and nutrition. The third dice here, we have 1, which represents all things individual and specifically catered to us: self-unconditional love, self-empowerment, self-awareness, self-perceptivity. It also talks about being in this energy of being an effective leader, a leader that creates and builds other leaders, and not someone who's in it for the sake of chasing clout. Okay, and the wow factor. Okay, we also have new beginning energy here, which we know that we come upon new beginnings after we have successfully closed out old, stale, outdated cycles that no longer serve our highest good and expansion. So let me go ahead and pull up this spirit number 461 to see what the messages are here for Femme Masculine. And then we'll get into a few initial channel messages and then the cards. Spirit number 461. Angel number, spirit number 461. Let's see here. Is a message that the determined effort and will you have exerted towards achieving your personal goals and serving your life purpose have ensured that your monetary and material needs will be met. Maintain a positive attitude and outlook to encourage a continued stream of abundance in your life. Have no fear of lack or loss, as the angels will see to it that you are safe and protected. Okay, protection. Keep up the great work that you are doing. Didn't I say your spirit guides, angels, ancestors, and the Most High say job well done? And here it is confirmed here. Keep up the great work that you are doing. Okay, whether you realize it or not, you are in alignment. Angel number, spirit number 461 asks you to release any feelings of fear, loss, or lack, and trust that your monetary issues will be sorted for your highest good, and you will have all that you need when you need it. Do not fear striving ahead towards your goals, and success is assured. Keep a positive and optimistic attitude and outlook, and be grateful and appreciative for all that you have in all that you are yet to receive. Do not waste your time on negative thinking, people, subjects, or circumstances. Get on with serving your purpose and living your passions with joy. The overall number and energy here is 11. Again, more of that master intuit, okay? Leaning into your mastered intuition. Also, again, back to 11th house energy, teams, groups, and colleagues, okay? And it's been said multiple times all over social media that Fem Masculine, please understand that if it takes a group of individuals to rally up, bully up, and essentially jump you energetically, please understand how much of a threat you are to these individuals. Because if they really believed, thought, and felt that they were as bad as they are, they would come at us head on, directly, not indirectly, behind the scenes, grouped up in these collaborative societies of what dark occults and just karmic low self-esteem individuals that have to be validated by each other in order to feel like a piece of something, okay? So those are the vibes behind this energy and the intention of why they're moving in such a karmic way, okay? I need to get a new brand of vapes because the wax gets built up here and it's hard to suck, no pun intended. Okay, so initial channel messages. Follow the yellow brick road as I cut the deck. Follow the yellow brick road, which is the road to divinity. In this case, you are energetically structured, okay? In case you were wondering or doubting, for those that resonate, you are energetically structured, okay? You're in alignment. Give it up, turn it loose. Somebody is being guided to give something up, to turn it loose, and I'm hearing, I don't wanna. So somebody could be throwing a temper tantrum because they do not want to release their hold on something that does not belong to them. What's good for the goose is good for the gander, okay? So if it was good enough for you to put out against other individuals, then it's certainly good enough for you to receive it back, okay? Something about inanimate objects, okay? Inanimate objects. Objects that don't move but serve a purpose, okay? They're not able to physically move on its own because it's inanimate. It's not alive. It can't produce its own inertia. But there's something that's alive and well and ticking within. So this could be like some sort of hidden electronic device, recording device, or something to that effect that somebody has been either illegally watching and or recording you, okay? And I'm getting the distinct energy that the idiots that embody this energy, they're dumb enough to publish what they have illegally obtained, and they're marveling about it. Like, these bitches are slapping each other high fives in the face, mind you, because their vision is so obscure that they can't meet hand to hand, they meet hand to face. Okay, they're slapping each other high fives in the face, unaware that they done entrapped themselves in the trap that they set for us. Okay, so if they thought that they were going to illegally record us, audibly, visually publish that and use that as some form of evidence or some form of unsubstantiated proof into our character, then they've trapped themselves. Because how did you get that? How did you get that footage? Okay, if you didn't get it directly, who did you get it from? And why do you have access to that type of contact? Which begs the question, what other kind of shady dealings these individuals are in, okay? Which is going to lead to a trail of evidence, or has already led to a trail of evidence. Somebody is practicing celibacy, okay? Or if you have been debating on whether or not celibacy is in alignment with your purpose and design, then this is confirmation that it is, okay? Something about a karmic mother. So you all could be dealing with a karmic mother who has been warned time and time again to give something up, okay, regarding you. Your mother is embodying the sweet bitch energy, okay, which is the opposite of what it says. She is not sweet and or pleasant, okay, very karmic here. They can't take you, okay, so they can't take the fact that they birthed something of your caliber and they don't possess it within, okay, something about averting torrential rain. So somebody could have been doing spell work in the rain, calling on, I'm hearing Western energy, so Native American energy could be significant here. They're waiting on you in the reverse. So somebody that was waiting to ambush you, okay, they got ambushed. So it's more of that energy of somebody being ensnared in the trap that they intended for us. Somebody is realizing that you are actually quite intelligent, so much so that somebody is considering you a scholar of sorts, okay? So let's see what the ancient ones have to say. So if you resonate with ancient Kemetic energy, Egyptian energy, we're going to see what the ancient energies have for us here in cartomancy. What is this? Five of Pentacles in the upright, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus energy, 36 on the clock timer, which breaks down to 99. 1999 could be significant. You could be seeing 99 as a synchronicity, 18 and 9. So ninth house energy, long distance travel, higher education. So you could be going back to school, or you have been initiated into a new level of ordained initiates in the spiritual realm, something like that, and that is reflecting in the actualizing of improved resources here with this Five of Pentacles in the reverse. Again, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus energy. Somebody here is very insecure with this Four of Cups in the reverse because of your increasing resources. This could be a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or the energy thereof, okay? Page of Pentacles in the upright. This is like a messenger. Could be some sort of legal document here in regard to why your resources could be all of a sudden improving. This is tied with ancient lineage here. Again, part of your birthright and inheritance. This could also be a component and aspect of previous lifetimes lived, to where you were continuously robbed of something, an inheritance, a birthright. Okay? Yeah. You experienced this fate time and time again with the Six of Swords in the reverse in previous past lives. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius here. We have all elements except for fire sign here. What else? Ten of Wands in the upright. Okay, so this is like highly transcendent energy, astral projecting, quantum leaping, traveling overseas. You could have been some sort of international traveler or explorer in one of your previous lives, or something is coming in from ancient times, which is allowing you to keep balance on a soul level. Four of Swords in the upright. 10-4, copy that. So a message has been received and implemented from this ancient Egyptian energy. King of Swords in the reverse here at the bottom of the deck. So this is like crooked law enforcement or an assassin here. Their goal was to snuff out this love offer here with this Page of Cups, and would have you turn into addiction and depression. investing in the wrong people, places, and things, but that's not what happened. Is what was sent your way, intended for you, but this is not what happened. By way of Anubis energy, you were being divinely led, guided, and protected. Somebody's going to prison here with the Seven of Wands. Yeah, this is a backfire. Somebody's sick because they tried to send you abrupt endings. So if somebody was tampering with your medical records and or health, that has backfired as well. You chose to walk away from some sort of third-party situationship that somebody wanted you unsure about. So somebody wanted you to think and believe that you were the cause for an issue in a karmic third-party situationship. 4016 on the clock timer. So again, 416 is significant, having something to do with Aries, Taurus, cusp. It could have been an Aries or a Taurus that intended this for you, and they wanted you in conflict with your resources, sabotaging a debt for you. This is somebody that's been following you lifetime after lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. Yeah, they're dying in this lifetime. They getting ready to be put in the dirt though. Nine of Swords in the upright, that's death to outside third-party energy. We got Ace of Pentacles here in the upright. That's generational wealth, prosperity, and abundance. Okay, you have this desire to align with a Queen of Pentacles energy, divine feminine, regardless of gender. Yeah, this is your Two of Cups. So if you're divine masculine, okay, you are destined to be soul tied with the Queen of Pentacles, who's also a Queen of Cups. So it's giving me Empress vibes. Okay, Isis and Bastet energy here. New beginning. Okay, yeah, we have an undercover agent here that's exposing. Oh, this is you, femme masculine. If you resonate with being a divine feminine, regardless of your gender, if you resonate with being an Empress energy that's highly intuitive, an intuitive sleuth exposing the dirty work, then bitch, a job well done, like I said throughout this reading, because you have successfully exposed the dirty work. Okay, and yeah, you're taking decisive action here to unveil something or someone. There's evidence here, segment energy. Yeah. To uncover this prosperity and abundance that is yours from these fucking thieves. You standing on business. Yeah, the true master here. Peace, harmony, and bliss is yours. Yeah, you are the high priestess. You speak truth, you walk in truth. Okay, whether people like the truth or not, this is who and what you are aesthetically, mind, body, and soul. So I'm going to get into some energy oracle here. At the bottom of the deck, we have first chakra, Archangel Michael in the reverse. Somebody's not protected. Somebody has no spiritual protection. Yeah, sixth chakra in the reverse, Metatron, baby, and somebody don't have the God-given gift of intuition. Somebody think that they intuitive as fuck, okay, but their messages are not accurate. Okay, this is somebody that could have been copying or plagiarizing your intuitive work if you have a platform and resonate with being an intuitive reader. Yeah, their third eye is shit. Okay, their third eye has been plucked out, was never able to use it. Okay, they was just copying and siphoning from others. Okay, Grand Rising, everybody. My bad if I'm not readily speaking and addressing the comment section. 43 on the clock timer, 77. You could be seeing that as a synchronization. Fifth chakra in the reverse, Archangel Gabriel. Okay, so this is throat chakra. Okay, so this is giving me bound and gagged energy. Somebody is no longer able to speak. Okay, somebody is like mute energetically, spiritually. They can't see worth a damn in the spiritual realm. Damn near blinded in the physical realm. And they can't speak, okay? Like, I'm getting the energy like somebody was like literally chopped in the throat, okay? for trying to keep us silent. Okay, yeah, action in the reverse. This is giving me all heavy backfire energy. Every ill intention that they sent and set out towards us is being reversed back to them. Action in the reverse. Somebody can't giddy up on the horses in their stable. Okay, they can't take no action. They can't do nothing. Somebody, if not a group of individuals, is being able to is being made to sit in their own shit because of their envy in the upright. This is the only card that showed up in the upright thus far, and it's envy. Okay, what is there to marvel about envy? Why would you be proud to be envious of others? And to not only be envious of others, but to take action against others based on your envy. Okay? Somebody is getting the victory here, though. Victory in the upright. Or this is somebody that believed that they were going to find the victory within their envy. We got 28 here, which breaks down to a 10 completion. Yeah, it's a wrap. It's done. It's over. Completion, 10th house energy, professional path, public persona, social standing, karma, and the devil. Saturn and the devil. Okay, so something is being balanced out regarding obsessive energy, addictive energy to people, places, and things. But in this particular setting of energy, I'm feeling an addiction to your energy. Okay, always wanting and needing to have access to your energy reservoir, if you will. And patience in the reverse at the bottom of the deck. Somebody is highly impatient. Okay, they can't wait for anything worth a damn. Okay, either they get it right then there, and if they don't, it's a problem. Okay, and the problem is being created for the individual that they feel has access to what it is that they want to actualize in or manifest. This is like twisted fuck boy, fuck bitch ass energy. Somebody just, they don't want to do the work, okay? They're looking for the shortcut to life. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, we have the sun in the upright, exposing the dirty work, success, creativity, romance, fun, and play. So we're in tarot now. Holy Spirit, what's being focused on regarding the masculine at this time, divine and chosen ones? Page of Pentacles in the upright, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus energy. So the seeds that you're planting is being focused on by teams, groups, and colleagues and affiliates. Okay, so both ends of the spectrum, people who have collaborated against you and people who now want to work with you and collaborate with you because they are taking notice of these intuitive seeds that you're, confirmation that you're planting. What is it? Six of Swords in the reverse, confirmation, resisting transition. Somebody is steadily trying to stop your progression. Secondary energy behind that is that somebody is resisting death. Okay, death as in transition, Scorpio energy. We are in Scorpio season as well. 10 of Cups in the reverse, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So this isn't a karmic community where this is a friend group, a family unit, or the environment around you, okay? They're trying to stop something from manifesting, but it is already actualized, okay? Somebody thinks that they can stop the roses from blooming, but they are, I mean, you got a garden full of roses, but somehow they think that they can stop the roses from blooming. It's already there, bitch. Do you not see it? No, they don't, because they don't have that divine scope of vision. We have 4 of Pentacles here in the reverse. Greed, stingy. Somebody had you in this energy of asking, begging, and pleading for something that was already rightfully yours. Okay, this was part of the illusion that was cast upon you. Okay, so somebody wanted you to think that you had nothing when in actuality you had everything because of the purpose in your design. And you could have bought into that illusion for a time. Heartbroken, 3 of Swords in the upright. Somebody's greed, stinginess, and possessiveness of someone else's resources plural, and access to has led them to some sort of heartbreak here. Finding and maintaining clarity within a situation regarding third-party energy, third house, a lot of communication going on regarding this public heartbreak here. 9 of Cups here, wish fulfillment, milk and honey. Again, polarity, 39 here, 12, manifesting the unconsciousness of the spiritual realm into conscious awareness. So, in so many words, like I was saying in these integrated notes of downloads, you are bringing the 7th dimension and components of it into the fore. Yeah, Emperor here in the upright. Aries energy, divine masculine, regardless of gender, you're on your throne, you're taking action. Or for others of you, this is an emperor that has been watching you all this time, watching you handle your business, and is kind of in awe of you because you have done the unexpected, you have actualized the unheard of. Yeah, you're definitely in alignment. And what's the issue here? Queen of Cups in the reverse. A smotherer. This could be like somebody's surrogate mother or something like that, an aunt or something. But they're very karmic. They intended to bring you endings. This is somebody that wanted to dress themselves up in your energy as if they were you and leave you completely and totally without. But you found some way to transmute this energy in alchemization and turn it into something charitable, something that you can give to others by way of your experience, philanthropic energy, nonprofit, creating a lane for others to where they were previously blocked and stifled. 9 of Wands, resilience, the last one standing. And this is causing a situation. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, Sun in the reverse. So whoever was throwing depressed energy at you, wanting you to possibly commit suicide, they're in that energy now. Highly pessimistic, highly depressive. This is somebody that does not want to see the light of day because it like burns their eyes, it burns their skin. Okay, this could also be people hiding from conviction or protesting. Okay, after people are becoming aware of who these individuals are, they are being petitioned against, okay, or something to that effect. 4 Swords in the reverse. Somebody is having nightmares. Having nightmares of the demons and entities that they called upon, of the acts that they took or have taken against others. Okay, somebody is having nightmares of the way that they're going to get caught, like how it's going to go down, and it's weakening them day by day. Strength in the reverse. This could be a low vibrational Leo. Scar energy. Knight of Pentacles here in the upright, 12. There's a pinnacle that's being delivered to you, something that's being dropped into your hands, manifested outcome. 7 of Cups in the reverse, delusion of grandeur. Heavily delusional. Magician in the reverse. Somebody's addicted to spell work too. Okay, so yesterday I was watching doggone it, the 4 witches, the craft or whatever, and at the end of the movie after all of the toxic, low vibrational energy and magic that she was throwing out against whoever the girl is, Nancy found herself batshit crazy at the end of the movie. Okay, this is somebody who has had a taste of that insanity, but they're so heavily addicted to the spell work that they're still trying to find their fix, find some type of portal, doorway, spell, or ancient deity or entity or a combination of all to thwart you. This is like, yeah, and you like, I'm not even finna deal with this raggedy bitch, because this bitch is lost and steeped in their own delusion. 5505 on the clock timer, 555, okay, and they are not coming out of it. So you're like, fuck that bitch, I'm not even gonna waste my energy battling this hoe. Let them continue to play in the spell work, and eventually they're just gonna dissipate into nothing. Judgment has passed over you, okay? You're not being judged for the events of crimes that people were trying to frame you for, okay? I'm also getting an energy of you being non-judgmental or maintaining this energy. Death in the upright, so we got transformation. An ending brings a new beginning. Scorpio energy. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. With this ascension, this transformation, it breeds a new opportunity, not only for you, but for others as well. So, again, heavy philanthropic energy and vibes, confirming the Six of Pentacles in the upright. This is Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody was not able to persevere. Okay? So, this could lead back to like that Nancy energy, somebody who is trying to find their fix in magic or energy manipulation to sabotage this new opportunity for you and your soul tribe, but they were not able to persevere through this energy. It's not going to manifest. What is going to manifest though is this Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay? A whole bunch of nothing. Generationally cursed. Poverty, lack-minded mentality, and bad health here. This is unknown. They don't see this coming. They do not see this coming. Like, there's a group of idiots that really think that they're gonna get away with this shit. They think that they've covered all their tracks, dotted all their I's, planted all their T's, and they have not. It's like, the full moon is here, bitch. It's seen. All that shit that you was doing in the dark, it's seen, bitch. It's seen in the ethers. Not only is it seen in the ethers, but it's being reflected in water energy, mirroring you. It's like somebody's karma is their shadow, and it's right behind them like, hey, bitch. You know, time to play in the shadow. You like playing in the dark. You like doing things behind the scenes. Well, let's come play. It's time. Come play with your shadow. Come play with karma. And somebody's running away from their own shadow. It's like they're terrified of their shadow. They don't know what the fuck that is, bitch. That's the aspect of you, bitch. That's what you were doing behind the scenes. It's catching up to you. It's caught up to you, bitch. It is you. So eat that shit up. Go play with your shadow, okay? Type of energy. So I want to get some final keywords here. I can't make it up. Energy at the bottom of the deck. In the upright, your energy is plush and it's in alignment. Okay, well, energy there again. Yeah, communicate. You are being called to communicate these divine intuitive messages, or something is being communicated to you. Something about bat signal BS. Okay, something is being communicated about some BS. About you being batshit crazy. Okay, so this is projected energy that is being exposed. Something about echolocation as well. Yeah, bro, somebody is stifled, bro, in the reverse. They're not able to evolve. Okay? They're stuck in the muck that they created. courage. Okay, you're very courageous. Okay, you had the strength and tenacity to do what needed to be done, even against all odds. This is the energy of somebody who has faced a crowd of individuals rallying against them. Not once, not twice, not 3 times, but this is a mainstay. Okay, this is part of what has built you as a spiritual warrior, as a chosen one. And you still have the audacity to move in the ebb and flow of kindness. Okay, you're not nice, you're kind. There's a difference. Okay, sometimes being nice sacrifices putting ourselves first, if that makes sense. Reveal in the reverse. So there's something that's still hidden, something still unknown. Mystery in the reverse. So it's like you're aware that there's something that you don't know as of yet, but you're not tripping on it. Disguised in the reverse. Whatever it is that you have not yet come into the awareness of, you know that it is no longer hidden. It can no longer be disguised. Trust in the reverse. You know you can't trust somebody or a certain group of individuals. Yeah. This is the basis, the stable of how you inspire others who have not yet found their self-unconditional love, awareness, and or empowerment. Death in the reverse. I feel like that from that hit order with that hitman, yeah, they weren't able to unalive you. They could already be in prison with freedom in the reverse here. You are free to create, play, have fun. Because these hoes in your ops, they do not have the victory. It's in the reverse. Okay? Because they don't follow their divine instinct. It's in the reverse. They don't even have that. They don't know what that is. But you're cunning enough to, like, meticulously, like, master the manipulators. Okay? Yeah, because they're too impatient. They can't wait to do something properly and appropriately. They have to have it right then, there, at that moment. And if they can't have access to it, then it's a problem. Likely for somebody else that they want to sacrifice in order to get what they want. But, you know, those days are shoddy as hell right now, and it's backfiring for these individuals. Okay, they don't get to actualize what they wanted to. Okay, but they're actualizing what they deserve. So on that note, I'm going to drop the mic. Click like, share, subscribe, donate to the channel, and until next time, I love y'all unconditionally. Good night and goodbye.